Hi friends, welcome to Kodai Linux. I'm your facilitator Murali. In one of the previous sessions, we started with grep command. So grep is a filter command. So we started with that. Let us continue with the grep command. About learning the grep command. So the session objectives is continuing learning the grep command. So in the previous session, we learned what is grep command, what is the definition for grep, like what it does, what is the task done by grep command. It displays all the lines containing the matching pattern from the given input file. Grep, when issued with a pattern and an input file, it displays all the lines that contain the matching pattern. Grep, being a filter command, it can be issued without any file name as an argument, but we need to necessarily give the specify the pattern, because it has to look up for the pattern in the input file. So if you are not giving an input file, then it would read from the keyboard. Grep would read from the keyboard. So in the last session, we learned about matching control options. So in matching control options, we learned about options like multiple patterns, the options for matching the multiple patterns, everything with related to pattern, all the options which are related to the pattern. Okay, ignoring the case in the pattern, then multiple patterns, what is the option if you want to specify the multiple patterns on the command line itself, what is the option if you want to specify the multiple patterns in a file and we want grep to read from the file. So all these things we learned. So I'm giving that URL in this video's description section. You can go through that if you have not gone through that. Then, so this session we are going to learn about a particular category of options known as general output control options. Why it is called as general output control? Because these options help us to control the output. They are concerned with the output. Previously, whatever we learned, matching control options, so they are concerned with the patterns. But now we are concerned with the output. How the output is controlled. In the output, what you should get actually. So that we are concerned as far as these options are concerned. So there is an option called -c option. So -c option is for counting the number of lines that contain the matching pattern. So if we don't want to display the lines that contain the pattern, but we want to display the matching number of lines that contain the matching pattern, then we can do that with the help of the -c option. We can achieve this with the help of the -c option. Then what if I want to look for a particular pattern in a set of files, not in just one file. Okay, I want to look for a particular pattern in a set of files. In that case, I don't want to display all the lines that contain the matching pattern. That is the default behavior of grep. So default behavior of grep is that it would display all the lines that contain the matching pattern from the input file. But I don't want to do that. For every input file which contains the matching lines, so if any input file contains at least one line containing the matching pattern, then it should display the name of the file. Then it should go to the next file. Check if that file contains the matching pattern. If there is at least one line, then it should display. Let us suppose that file doesn't have any matching pattern. No line, none of the lines in that file contain the matching pattern. Then that file should not be displayed. The next file. So if that file contains matching pattern, display it. Doesn't contain matching pattern, don't display it. It contains matching pattern, display. Doesn't contain, don't display. So that way, whatever set of files we have given as argument, so for each and every file, grep is going to work like this. That is the -small l option. There is an capital L option also. What it will do, it is just opposite of small l. Whichever files don't contain the matching pattern, those file names would be displayed. The files which contain the matching pattern, they won't be displayed. So capital L is just it will work in the opposite way of -small l. -small o when we are specifying a pattern with the hyphen small o option, so the output will contain only the matching pattern. Whichever line contains the matching pattern, that matching pattern, only whatever pattern is matched, whatever part is matched, only that part would be displayed as the output. Then what if I want to just execute the grep for the purpose of getting the exit status? Like if the grep is able to find a matching pattern, I don't want to display any output, but I want to return an exit status. So for every command there is something called as exit status. Exit status means what? When the command terminates, what is the status of its execution, whether it is successful or unsuccessful. So that I want grep to just return that exit status. If it finds the pattern, I want it to return a successful exit status. If it doesn't find the pattern in that file, grep would return unsuccessful exit status. So I don't want grep to display the lines containing the matching pattern, but I want grep rather to just return me the exit status, whether it has been able to find the pattern or not. Based on that, I want it to return an exit status. If it is able to find the pattern, I want it to return 0 status, exit status of 0. 0 means what? If it returns a value 0, so it will be returning a number 0, numerical value 0. If it returns a value 0, it means that grep has executed successfully. Successfully means what? It is able to find the pattern. So that is the purpose of the hyphen q option. So let us now move on to the terminal, wherein we are going to practically learn about the grep command. We are going to work on the grep command and we are going to learn about it practically. Hi, now let us start working with the command grep command on the command line. Okay, let us consider this as an input file, employee.data. It has got around 100 records, right? Okay, so let us suppose I want to find the number of VPs who are working in this organization. So I don't want to display all the VP records, okay, but I want to find the number of people who are working as VP. So if you want to display all the VP records, what I do? Grep VP employee.data. But it is not only displaying the VP records, but okay, it is displaying VP records. But in case if there are any people whose name is having that VP, that also it will display, and we know how to get over that. How do we get over that? Like I want to display only those records wherein the VP occurs as a whole word. And I was explaining in a previous class what is the significance of matching the whole word. So if you can go through that previous video, which is given in the description section, the URL of which is given in the description section. Okay, so if you want to get all the VP records, okay, we can display like this. But what if I want to get the count of number of VPs? Okay, let me give the whole word option also, and I want to get the count. So hyphen C option will get me the count. So I don't want to display all the VP records, but get a count as to how many VPs are employed in this organization. So there are 9 VPs. So the number of records that contain the pattern VP as a whole word. So that is 9. So this is the hyphen C option. Either I can specify hyphen C option or hyphen count. Then there is an option called hyphen L. So what if I don't want to display the file, then I don't want to display the lines that contain the matching pattern from the file, but I want to display the name of the file. Only the name of the file that contains the matching pattern. If a file contains the matching pattern, then I just want to display the name of the file. So I want to look for a matching pattern in a set of files, and from that set of files, whichever file contains the matching pattern, I want to just display the name of that file. For example, let us just look at this scenario. Like there are a set of header files, C header files. From among those header files, I want to get only those header files which contain the strlen function. Okay, so how do we do that? For this purpose, grep provides an option called -l. So how do we do that? Let us see that. Grep -l, and in a previous session we learned about the -r option, that is recursive lookup. So what -r option will do? When you are specifying a particular, when you want to look for a set of files, it will recursively search starting from the current directory. It will recursively search either the current directory or the directory specified. It will recursively search under all the subdirectories. Okay, all the files as per whatever wildcard you have specified. So grep -r and -l. Then strlen. I want to look for a pattern called strlen. Then I want to look for the pattern called strlen, and then what is the directory? In /usr/include all your header files will be there, star.h. Okay, so what is the purpose of -l? So whichever files have got the pattern strlen, it won't display the lines containing the matching pattern. It won't display all the lines that contain the matching pattern. But if any file contains the matching pattern, the name of that file would be displayed. Only the name of that file would be displayed. So that is the purpose of the -l option. Let us see. Yeah, so from this we understand, okay, these are all the files in which that strlen is, the pattern strlen is there. Fine. So -r option would recursively search. Recursively means what? Under /user/include, it will search in all the subdirectories also. Whatever subdirectories are there, in those subdirectories, wherever star.h is there, that is all the .h files ending with .h is there. The name of the file names whose names ending with .h, it will look up in all those files. Grep will look up in all those files for the pattern strlen. So that is the significance of -l option. What if I want to do something like this? I have employee.data. Okay, let us suppose that my requirement is something like I want to look up for the pattern this. For example, I want to look up for this particular pattern. Okay, this particular pattern I want to look up for that. Okay, in that line, okay, whichever line contains this pattern, I want to look up for that. In that, I don't want to display the entire line that contains the matching pattern. Whichever lines contain the matching pattern, I would just want to display that matched pattern. That's all. Okay, so now let us see how do we do that. Clear? Grep -o head employee.data. So grep -o. Okay, let us suppose that I want to look for tiger head in employee.data. So normally what grep would do, if I had given grep tiger head employee.data, it would display the line that contains the matching, one or more lines that contain the matching pattern, the entire lines. But I just want to display the matched pattern. So for that, I can specify the -o option. Okay. Then there is another requirement, like I don't want grep to display the lines that contain matching pattern or anything else, like a count of number of lines containing the matching pattern or the file that contains the matching pattern. I don't want to do any of these. Okay. So I don't want to get any output at all. If at all grep is finding one or more lines that contain at least one line that contains the matching pattern, then I want grep to quietly return the successful exit status. For any command, there is something called as exit status. when a command executes, it would, when it is terminating, it would terminate either with successful exit status or unsuccessful exit status. So successful exit status, it would return a value 0. Unsuccessful, it would return a value 1. So successful exit status or unsuccessful exit status, whatever value it returns, it would be stored in a variable called $? There is a special variable of shell that stores the exit status of the command. That is the $? Variable. So that stores the exit status of any command. So if I want to grep to quietly return the exit status, I don't want it to display the lines containing the matching pattern, but I want it to quietly return the exit status. Then I can specify the hyphen q option. So I want to just check whether CEO is there or not. Yes, CEO is there. That is why it has returned 0. Okay. Let us suppose I want to check whether clerk is there or not. Clerk is not there. That is the reason it has written 1. Next, what if I want to do something like this? I want, okay, if let us suppose there is something, a scenario something like this, grep clerk, and I am giving a file that doesn't exist. So file1.txt, no such file or directory. I want to suppress this error. So how can I suppress that error? I can suppress the error with -s option. But getting the error is better. Suppressing the error is not really not good. But what if I want to do something like this? I want to suppress the error, but I want to catch the exit status and work with the exit status. In that case, I can use this -s option. -s stands for silence. Okay, that is no messages. So in that case, it won't display the error message. But now let us check the exit status value. Always non-zero exit status is unsuccessful. 0 exit status is always successful. See, it is a non-zero exit status 2. So the value 2, when it returns, stores in $? Variable. It means that grep has executed unsuccessfully, because what is the reason? File1.txt doesn't exist. Okay. With this, we have come to the end of the session. Thank you. See you in the next class. Take care. Bye bye.